some women looking at you lesser if there's tears on your cheek, but if there's tears tattooed, that same girl is a freak. So they're attracted to the pain unless they hear the pain speak.
I think a lot of conscious men can probably relate to this. I think almost every man can relate to this, where you were vulnerable and it was used against you. Now, I like the line, it's fire, but I don't agree with it. Honestly, I just don't agree with it. I used to. And I think it's just kind of pointing victim card at men. And I don't think that's ever a wise card to pull for yourself anyways. Being a victim doesn't do anyone any good, even if it's truthful. Like, there is unjust things that happen, but the story we adopt around the meaning will dictate our fate. So we got to be very cautious of when we decide to think things are against us. But yeah, I think every man has been punished, I'll say, for being vulnerable, but I think that punishment has come with a misunderstanding. And I think that misunderstanding for a lot of men is they don't understand the feminine. I think the feminine has a beautiful gift that is delivered painfully sometimes for men, where your woman will expose your weakness. So if you're vulnerable and she's against you and it still hurts you, like, she's exposing you. And I think like strong men will not step up to that, and they will be weak and say this is toxic or whatever. But I have found that the most feminine women test you the most where it hurts, because her gift to you is to expose you to any incongruencies inside of you, because she knows your full potential. Like, that's been my experience, and the older I get, the more I see that's true, and the more I develop in who I am fully, the testing from women slows down. It will still always happen, I think, if there's polarity, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Like, I like being challenged. I like being, that makes me like feel alive. I respond to challenge. Like, and if I agree with a test that a woman's saying, or she hits you where it hurts, like, yeah, you're right. Now, do I let her know she's right? No, I change my actions because she's showing me an aspect of myself that needs work and growth. Now, I think the point Russ is saying that I don't agree with, it's like, yes, women are attracted to fucked up guys. Like, truly. A lot of beautiful women get wrapped up with, like, truly psychopathic, narcissistic men. Like, this is a very real thing. And Jordan Peterson talks about why that is. It's because it comes off as a certain level of, like, power and control and, you know, success, but behind it usually is not good things. Not always. There is truly competent, confident, successful men who are also not, like, abusive assholes. But they're more rare, to be honest. So women fall into that trap a lot of going to these men who have a lot of fucked up things about them, but they get all the girls, and that's because they are numb to their emotions, and they're a manly man. And, you know, I don't really think that's real. I don't like to think a man will never have emotions is silly. Now, for the ladies listening, I think it's also your responsibility to be willing to receive your man in his moments of weakness, because nobody's superhuman. And I think for men, a better solution, though, is I will say, is don't run to your woman with your problems. This is a big mistake a lot of guys make. I've coached so many guys and women on this end of the stick, and it sucks for people, because men don't really want to do that. They just don't know where to turn. And that's on them. Like, that is on them, because there's places to turn. You just have to be vulnerable with men. Like, I've been vulnerable with men many times, and, you know, the feedback is different, because the man's nervous system doesn't say, oh, this guy's not capable. It's like, no, dude, like, I feel you. What's going on? How can I help? Here's the solutions. Like, boom, done. When you go to your woman with your problems, that's not how her nervous system translates it. She translates like, yo, this is the guy that's supposed to be my savior, and he's weak. Again, Doesn't mean you can't have emotions, doesn't mean you can't be powerful, or doesn't mean you have to always be powerful and in control. But I think, like, you have a responsibility to your family to be like a strong person. Like Jordan Peterson talks about how you should be the strongest person at your father's funeral. It's like, damn, that hit me deep. Like, that doesn't mean you don't cry. It just means you don't let this experience defeat you. Like, this moment of pain doesn't define you. And I think that's what women are looking for. Like, I've been vulnerable and it's been greatly received. Other times I've been vulnerable, it's been horribly received. And it's like you're opening up and you can see the other person like pulling back, and it's like that hurts too. But I think that comes as a byproduct of still developing as a man, where you need to find other outlets. Like, before you go to your wife or your girlfriend, go to the gym first, dude. Go hit jujitsu. Go like do something hard. Go for sprints. Go work on your business for a day. Then come back to that problem. And like, in my experience, 9.9 out of 10 times, the problem's gone by the time like the workout's done. And it's just because like we get stuck up here sometimes. At least I do. So yeah, long video, but I think it makes sense. I think at the end of the day, it's man's responsibility to lead. Like, they can have a hurt heart, but their heart can remain open. That is like this is something about myself I have learned to fall in love with. I'm like, yo, my heart is broken, but it remains open. So like, it's not actually broken. Like Rumi said it best, like, keep breaking your heart until it remains open. Dude, like, love is love, man. Love is love. And like, when you realize like no person like can take your soul, which I believe resides in our heart, like, you're free in a sense always. Like, nobody can dictate your love. That's a powerful thing. Might sound whatever, but that's a powerful thing. I don't give a shit what any woman says or dude. That's a powerful thing. And when you can work through that, like, I don't know, you experience a different dimension of life when you are in pain, yet you can still serve. Like, that really, for me, it's like a spiritual concept that shows you the power of the human spirit. So yeah,